Hi guys, welcome to Bobsy Bounce. I am Bobs.
And I'm Bouncer.
And today we've got a very interesting person in the studio. Well, we have an interesting person all the time. But we've got Jayne. Jayne, how are we doing? You alright?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. Now, we've got you in for a very important reason, right? Because we want to discuss, like reality shows and like television, because you've been on a couple of shows on TV.
Yeah.
Which is like the dream for like a lot of people and stuff like that. But like just because I want to kind of like pull the curtain.
Yeah.
On all these shows and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So because I know you're on like articles like on in what do you call it, on the internet, stuff like that. But you were on this show called, which was the first show you went on? Which was the first one?
The first show that I went on was a TLC one. That was a makeup one. That one didn't get a lot of. It was TLC, so it wasn't really that popular.
No, but people still do watch TLC.
Yeah, but it was the Channel 5 one, which was the main one. That was Little Divas.
So what was the premise of that show then?
It was about people who apparently are spoiled and a bit of diva, and yeah, that's what they wanted me to go on.
So I know you're a diva, but like, you think you're spoiled?
No, so basically, I was approached by Channel 5, and they said to me, do you want to come on, do you want to be on TV? So they kind of sell you the dream.
Yeah.
And to a degree, they do manipulate you. They do.
They do?
Yeah, 100%, yeah, because it's...
Oh my God, that's shocking news.
Oh my God.
They
Fake news.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. They try and they make out as though you're going to be famous and all this and that. You're not going to be famous. It's just like going on Jeremy Kyle, but on Channel 5. So if anything, you make yourself look more stupid. But at the time, I didn't think of it like that. I'd had a big social media following anyway, so I just thought any promotion is good promotion. And then you've got people saying, yeah, you know what, come and do this, say this, we want you to do that. So that's what I did, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. But on the actual show, because I read it on the news, they were saying, I don't know how true this is, they were saying that Jayne is the Kim Kardashian of England and stuff like that. No, it says self-proclaimed Kim Kardashian.
I don't.
And it was so it's all fake news.
Yeah.
It's a fake news.
Yeah, 100%. So what they do is the press is completely fake as well. So what they'll do is Kim Kardashian is the most Googled woman in the world. If you put her name next to somebody obviously doesn't look like her. I mean, I was fat back then as well. You're just going to get people Googling Kim Kardashian, and they're going to see some strange-looking person who thinks they look like her. That you're going to get views. You're going to get more clicks. So that's why they do it.
Well, we all know why Kim K is famous for.
Yeah. So if anything, I'd probably look more like a Dow.
Yeah, no, because it looks. I'm just. So was all of it fake then? Because
100%. Yeah.
No, because it said that she spent thousands on her lips every week. She's got a boob job. She's got this. She's got that, and all this.
My boobs are natural.
So this is all fake news.
Yeah, this is all fake. So
you know what I'm talking about, don't you? Because it says this on the articles.
Yeah.
It says she spent.
Yeah, apparently
how many thousands was it on the cosmetic surgery you spent? Apparently.
I've literally not had cosmetic surgery. I've had my teeth done and that's it. I've had my lips done, maybe about £400 worth of lip filler. That's it. I've had that for about 3 years. So I've literally the most expensive thing I got was my teeth.
So was it on the back of that then you got approached by Big Brother?
Yeah. So I did the Channel 5 Little Divas, and I just basically did what they wanted me to do, which was say that make out as though you're a diva. You know, they set up a lot of days where we'd apparently go shopping, and I'd use my husband's credit card, not credit card, his bank card. But what people don't see is I put my own money into his bank, and then he's giving me his card, but it's my own money that I'm spending. So this is what people don't see, but people will obviously believe it because they think TV is real. TV's not real.
No, it's not real.
TV is just, I was just basically an underpaid actor. I didn't even get paid.
Actually, you know what? I didn't really want to talk about your husband, but on the article, he also said that Jayne restricts her husband from having sex.
For a Range Rover.
Yeah, for a Range Rover, yeah. So if she doesn't get what she needs, right, she even restricted him from having sex.
I didn't even have a license at the time.
Right.
So how am I going to drive around in a 100 grand Range Rover?
Well,
Channel 5 set up a date where we went round to a car sales place and these people were in it as well. They were on it.
Wow.
And we made out as though we were buying a car.
Okay, so the showroom were in on the whole thing
Yeah,
as well?
yeah.
But
We didn't buy a car. We took it out for a test drive and that's it.
Yeah.
Because they needed to take some footage
yeah.
of him driving it, yeah. But
Right.
it's not real. None of it is real.
Okay. So then, so obviously, so Channel 5 obviously approached you for the Big Brother show and everything.
Yeah.
And do they want to like portray you in a certain way, in a certain image?
Yeah, so controversy. I can't even get the words out.
Controversial,
Yeah, controversy. There you go. That's the
Yeah.
one.
Controversy.
Yeah,
Controversy.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
It
that's the
sells.
word.
It sells. Yeah, people
Yeah.
don't want to see some boring person going about their day-to-day life just being normal. People want to see.
Drama.
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what sells. Yeah. So Channel 5 then contacted me and said, "We want you to come on Big Brother."
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, right, okay. Never really thought of this, never auditioned. It wasn't even something I ever thought about. But they basically told me that I had a place in the Big Brother house. So
What year was this, by the way?
so it happened in 2016, but it wasn't aired until 2017.
Okay.
So the auditions they contacted me in 2016, I think it was. And then I had to go for an interview at a secret place. It was like a hotel,
Okay.
which was up in Newcastle. And they basically said, because I've not auditioned, I need to make a fake audition video. So they sat me down, they asked me loads of questions, but the questions were real controversial. But
Did they actually go over the questions before you?
Yeah. Well, at that time, I had a woman who approached me as well, and she said, "You need management now."
Okay.
So she approached me, and she kind of sorted a lot of it out. And she said, "You know, they're going to ask you a lot of controversial questions. You need to be as controversial as possible." So the questions were, I mean, Donald Trump was in power back then. So that one of the questions was, "What do you think of Donald Trump?" Me, I'm not going to. From that previous Channel 5, I got a lot of publicity from it, but after a while, I kept on looking back at it, and I remember thinking to myself, wow, I actually look like a bit of a dick.
Mm.
You know, just because I'd allowed the press to make up so many stories. I'd allowed Channel 5 to manipulate me and do something what they wanted me to do, which wasn't really me.
But I think at the time, though, Jayne, I think you probably got caught up into it. Would you agree? Because like you wanted to become like relevant on because this wasn't becoming relevant on social media. This was becoming relevant on flipping on national TV.
Channel 5, yeah.
Exactly, it's like a big deal.
Yeah.
So I suppose you just kind of play the part and you go ahead.
They always used to say any promotion is good promotion.
Yeah.
But what they don't tell you is the mental side of things after.
Yeah.
The mental side where you see the trolls. I mean, there was one guy, he's still social media famous now. Wow, he went to town on me and my weight. Because obviously I was a lot more bigger then.
Yeah.
He went to town on me and my weight. And
Somebody famous.
Yeah. I'm not obviously going to say his name because it'll give him clout.
You can tell us later, but anyway, but so this guy...
This guy just went to town on me with my weight, and apparently...
Is he a very good-looking guy?
He's a funny guy. I wouldn't say he was good-looking.
So if it's...
He looks like my ass.
So he's not good, so he's not good-looking?
I wouldn't say he was good-looking, no.
So did you ever respond to this guy? And did you just say to him, do you own a fucking mirror?
I think I just said to him, no, what did I say to him? I don't think I said anything to him.
Yeah.
Because it was, at the time, nobody tells you, and this is what people don't see. People see the fame and they think, oh, she's making a lot of money.
Yeah.
They don't tell you the mental side of things.
Yeah.
People don't tell you how to react when you're getting trolled and you're getting called a 50-stone whale and stuff. Like, people don't see that. So you've got to mentally deal with it yourself.
See, this all kind of ties together now because, you know, more often than not, you always see these celebrities that commit suicide.
Yeah,
and
1,000,000%.
Would you say that this is kind of part of it? Like, you know,
1,000%. Yeah, 1,000,000%.
Because every day they're hustling because they want to be relevant, and then every day they have to deal with the shit, with the crap.
The mental side of things, when you are well known, it's just as... I wouldn't... If somebody said to me, would you do it again? No.
And like you said, you know, like, there's no help.
No, there's no help. All they're interested in is making their money and getting their views.
Yeah.
And you're just that little idiot that will do it for free.
And I'd go as far as saying that, you know, the more famous you are, the less help you're going to get because, let's say, for example, you go to a psychiatrist or you go to some kind of a rehab center, right? Everybody knows who you are.
Yeah.
And they don't know you as a person, but they know you as you portray yourself on screen.
Yeah.
So you're going to get treated different.
Yeah, you are.
So I understand, you know, so what you're saying, because we've had quite a few people on now that, you know, they've had mental health issues in different, like we've had a bodybuilder.
Well, I've got bipolar.
Yeah. Well, flipping out. So I don't know how you managed to last as long as you did.
It was hard. It was
Yeah.
really hard. Sometimes I wouldn't read the comments, but then because I was social media famous anyway, you'd get people coming back and sending you screenshots of what people are saying about you.
Yeah.
You know, so even if you didn't want to read it, you'd still see it. But you just you do learn eventually, but it's not nice when you're chucked into that world of, you know, being well known and stuff. It's not nice because nobody tells you how you've got to act. Nobody, you know, the best bit of advice that I could give somebody if they are wanting to be social media famous and stuff, and they get a lot of trolls, is I was always told by another famous person, she's really famous. I don't want to say her name.
It's okay.
But she was on what's that? I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
Yeah.
She was on there.
What year?
She won it.
She won it?
Mhm.
I think I know what you're talking about. Is she from down south?
No, she's from up north.
I don't know what you said.
Recently?
2016, 17.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah?
Okay, you know what? I'm not going to say her name, but was she on Gogglebox by any chance?
Yeah,
there we go. I know exactly what
I
it
always
is.
remember she said to me when she said, if you entertain the clown, you become part of the circus. And I literally live by that.
You see, now, you know, with the, I don't want to obviously mention her name, but I've seen her get attacked for her weight.
She's amazing.
Yeah,
she is brilliant.
She's been attacked.
And she's so normal, though. That's the thing. She's so normal.
But that's the reason
she
why.
does,
But that's the reason why she won I'm a Celebrity.
Yeah.
Because she's just a normal person.
Yeah.
And people they absolutely loved that about her.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to the Big Brother. So after they've done this interview with you, right? This fake interview, this audition thing, right?
Yeah.
So where did it go after that then?
So we did the fake interview.
Because I do know that you didn't go on the show. Sorry, you didn't go on the show, did you, eventually?
No, I didn't go on the show. That was for personal reasons.
Okay.
I backed out. But after the fake interview, they left it a couple of weeks, and then they contacted me again. They said, you need to come for another interview. This was just, I had to get assessed by a mental health team to make sure that you're okay to go on TV.
Okay.
They do that, to be fair, they do. But I don't think it's the best assessment. It's a couple of questions over the phone, sometimes face to face, and they think that you're mentally stable, you're all right. If you're not mentally stable, you're probably all right anyway.
That's probably going to get more views.
Well, yeah, exactly.
If you're not mentally stable, the more controversial you are.
Well, yeah, look at that Chelsea Liart on TikTok. Did you watch her?
No. What does she do?
She doesn't do a great deal. She's a little bit...
Okay.
She's got mental health. She's a little bit tapped.
Well, there's a lot of people on TikTok that is...
This woman gets a lot of views.
Yeah, but on
views.
TikTok, I mean, I can tell you, like, they literally... The amount of people that I'm watching someone, I'm like, you know, you are seriously suffering from anxiety or something.
Yeah.
And they're on TikTok. But you know what? Because they're acting a certain way, they get the views and but
this
what
is
did
basically what it was like for me, you know, when they said about going on Channel 5, people get, their judgment gets clouded, and you just think views views don't pay, you know, views don't bring you a great deal apart from hassle, so in that sense, but you don't think that at the time.
But the thing is, you know, when they're doing this TikTok live and stuff like that, it actually affects them more when they try to portray themselves as something else.
Yeah.
Then later on they think, oh, they have a crash basically.
Yeah.
And then
Well,
they go off social media.
You're not prepared. This is me all over.
Yeah,
You're not prepared for the backlash that you can get. Everybody has enemies as well, and these enemies will wait for that perfect time to crop up, and then they'll start dropping like stuff that obviously you don't want your followers to know about. So people will literally just sell dirt on you, or say what they can, and you're not mentally prepared for it.
Well, you see, you still suffer from some kind of like a backlash, you know, from when you were relevant on social media.
I've
get
come
all
off
haters,
all social. No, not really. I come off all social media back in 2020. I got banned on Facebook because I was more active on Facebook back then. I got banned on Facebook, I think, for about 20 days, and I just thought, you know what, that was the best ban that I could have had. I come off it, I wasn't on my phone. My phone wasn't pinging all the time. I didn't. It was like a detox.
Yeah.
And then after that, I just thought, you know what, this is nice.
Do you want to go back on social media now? Do you want to get back out there?
No.
No, you don't want to.
No.
So you're not really bothered about.
No, I'm not really bothered. I just I like kind of informing people what they don't know. Everybody thinks. You know, I've got experience. Everybody thinks, oh, you know what, it's nice being social media famous and going on TV and, you know, seeing all these people being real on TV. None of it's real.
Yeah.
You know, none of it's real.
Because the thing is, like, you know, a lot of people ask me also a question, you know, where do you want this podcast to go and what do you want to do, what do you want to achieve? And I've never actually answered the question. The thing is, and I've said this, and we've been approached by a lot of people to do a certain thing, collab with this person. You know what it is? We just want to have people on podcasts, interesting people to talk to them.
Yeah.
You know, at the moment, this is what it is. We just have interesting people on who have a story or whatever in whatever profession that they're in, and we just want to talk to people.
Yeah.
And just
it's good to get the other story out, I guess.
Yeah. And but anyway, so back to the Channel 5 thing.
Yeah.
Back to the Big Brother. So you've had this second interview. So with this assessment team, so to speak, and they've given you the all clear.
Yeah, they gave me the all clear.
Right, and then.
And then we were meant to go to a hotel for 3 weeks before Big Brother actually started.
Okay.
So it could be anything from a week to 3 weeks. You're meant to go in there. You're meant to be away from the world. That didn't happen. Obviously, I backed out for personal reasons. But prior to that, obviously, there was a lot of different things.
But you know, at this point, though, Jayne, did you know who else is going to be on the show as well?
Yeah, I knew. A lot of us stayed in contact with each other.
Okay.
So there was another guy who was going to go on there. He backed out as well, but I don't know the reason why. But he was on TV as well on Channel 5, kind of the same things that I were doing. He backed out as well, but he was on there and he got approached by the same people.
Did you mention why you backed out?
Did what?
Did you mention why you backed out?
Did I mention why I backed out?
Yeah, I don't think you mentioned why you backed out. Did you want to say why you backed out of the show?
It was with personal reasons. Yeah.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
But it wasn't for you though, basically.
I did it to spite somebody.
Right, okay. But
So
like
the person who was coming on with me, they wanted my husband to go on with me because obviously he was in Little Divas.
Okay.
And my husband was like, you couldn't even pay me enough to go on there.
Really?
So I contacted somebody else, and she was backing. She was backing from my fame. So
Piggybacking, basically.
Yeah. She would have made a lot of money through me. And then I found something out, and I backed out. But to me, I already knew that I could make money. You know, even from, I was already making money. Obviously, we sold a story to the press that confirmed that I was in Big Brother. This is what else people don't tell you.
Yeah.
You know, you can sell stories to the press, and you can make money from doing that as well.
Which is, did you go down that route then?
Yeah, we went down that route. So the woman who was doing my management, she was good. She was really good, to be fair. She basically sold a story saying that I was the first contestant going in a Big Brother house. It's been confirmed. With the press, that there's a lot of lies with the press, but there is an element of truth. Obviously, they're not just going to print out first Big Brother housemate confirmed without there being proof. So there was proof. Obviously, I've got a contract that I had to sign and stuff.
Yeah.
So there was proof.
What is it called? NDA? Non-disclosure something agreement or something?
No, I don't even, do you know what, I don't know, because I'd never done anything like that before. So I was kind of just rushed into Big Brother, which was a massive thing. It was bigger than Channel 5.
Yeah. Big Brother's been going on for...
it was a big thing. A lot of people, like, I even knew about Big Brother, even though I never auditioned for it or anything. Yeah. So it was, I didn't really understand what was going on. And obviously when the woman who did my management, she approached me and said, you need management. She kind of took a lot of that side on.
Have you ever, you know, obviously in England we've got Big Brother. Have you ever heard of the Indian one? It's called Big Boss, right? And I like watching it. I swear to God, you know, that show is so crazy.
Yeah.
You know, like over here, like when they're about to have a little fight or something, tiff, then the security comes. You know, in Big Boss, they kick the fuck out of each other. They don't give a shit. Yeah. They're throwing curry powder at each other in the eyes,
turmeric,
right? Like and like chili powder at each other. And, and like once this guy, he went completely naked. He started having a shit everywhere.
what the fuck?
I need to start watching that.
Right,
you
it's
know.
called Big
the
Boss. It's
shit?
called Big Boss. I swear, you know
Big
that
Boss.
show. I'm telling you, they are raw.
Well,
Yeah.
Salman Khan did.
Yeah, Salman Khan. He does
He
the
hosting it.
he does the hosting. They got like
Yeah.
a big Bollywood actor who hosts.
Yeah.
Instead of Davina, they've got this big Bollywood actor.
Yeah.
But they don't give a shit. They don't hold back. They just go crazy.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about, in terms of finance, right?
Mhm.
So for you to just go on the show, do you get paid anything,
There was talks of a £20,000 contract
or just to go on the show?
just to go on the show.
Even if you got voted out the first week.
Yeah, but that's if you actually go on there.
Okay.
So, but I don't know how true that is because I never went on there. But there were talks.
And obviously, if you win, you get like.
I think if you win, you get. I think it was 100,000.
yeah.
Don't quote me on that.
I
It's
mean,
a lot of
yeah,
money.
It is a lot of money, but it's not like a life-changing amount.
No, it's not. No, I mean, what was 100 grand get you these days?
Yeah.
Terrace back to back. That's it.
Yeah, nothing.
Well, in Bradford, yeah. and if you go down south, 100 grand
Yeah,
is.
let's get your buddy.
Okay.
Get an apartment these days.
You can't live off 100 grand in London, man.
What 100 grand get you in London?
No,
No.
nothing.
Nothing.
A light bulb,
yeah,
a lamppost.
Been a bit ambitious
Just
over there.
probably a dustbin. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
big
But like, yeah, but the thing is, I think people go on the show mainly because then they get the clout.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Because then does it not like then? Because then like you like
People want to be famous. That's why
you
they
become a
go.
known person.
Yeah.
And then you can kind of move up the ladder, and you can. Is there anybody from Big Brother who's kind of smashed it? I'm trying to think who won. Or
One person, one woman. Yeah. Ashlyn.
who's that?
She's a very smart woman.
Mm-hmm.
I know there was
Very, very-
Jade Gooding.
Jade Goody.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say she
Well,
smashed it.
well, I think she smashed after she was racist to Shilpa.
Oh yeah, I forgot that.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Yeah.
she smashed it with it. She became infamous, so she became famous for the
Yes,
wrong
I-
reasons.
Yeah, I was just about to say
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
But then she obviously passed away. She had cancer.
Recently,
cervical
or
cancer.
No, she died
No.
ages ago.
Oh.
2014.
Yeah.
Oh.
So after the show, after she was racist to Shilpa,
mm-hmm.
I think about
Called
a
Papa
year
Dog.
or 2 years later.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah,
Huh?
2009. Yeah.
2009.
Yeah, so she's been dead for a while now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to know more about like the dark side. Okay.
Yeah.
So after Big Brother, did you get approached by anybody else, or did you just think I'm packing it in now?
That was it. I was done after that. I was done after that. I was getting approached by people in the street, and they were asking me questions. And I thought to myself, this was all new to me. When you're social media famous, you get approached, but it's a bit different.
Mm-hmm.
They'll go,
Yeah.
"Where's Jayne Christina?"
Yeah.
No, but they won't actually approach you. They'll just kind of
They look at you and take a picture. Like, some
Yeah. Where when my name got out in the press and stuff, it was just different. I was out where was I shopping? I was in like Iceland or Aldi or something.
Yeah.
Somebody come up to me and they were like, "Oh my god!"
Oh my God.
Yeah,
you
and I'm thinking,
Jayne.
right, like you're in my area where I live. Like I don't want people.
You know, they say that, when you're famous and if you get approached by somebody, they say for every one person that approaches you, there's 7 people that know who you are, but they don't approach you.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, so basically, when you were getting approached, trust me, in your area, everybody knew who you were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they just weren't approaching you because some people, they just, either they're like introverts and they don't want to approach you, or you got some people who they just want to let you be kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
But you did actually get approached by people as well?
Yeah, I got approached by people. It was just different.
What were they saying? What kind of a conversation?
A lot of it was questions like, "We seen you in the press, but why didn't you go on?" Obviously, I'm not going to turn around to a stranger and go, "Well, for personal reasons, why I didn't go on."
Were you nice with them though?
Yeah, I'm always humble with somebody because
Yeah.
it's just, why be rude?
Yeah, and plus you're like a normal person.
Yeah, I'm just a normal person. I'm not
Yeah.
even like my shit don't stink. Or does.
Is there
Yeah.
any part of you? Yeah, is there any part of you would you say that thinks that I should have done it? You should have done. You should have actually gone ahead with it. Obviously, you had this little issue,
Yeah.
right? If that issue didn't happen, okay, would you have liked to actually any regret? Would you say like at all?
It's a hard one, I think to myself, what would I be doing now if I did go on it? Do I regret not going on it? No, I don't have no regrets.
Yeah.
I think to myself, do you know what? I'm just going to learn from that experience,
Yeah.
and I'm going to give my knowledge to whoever wants it, really.
But like potentially, for example, if you went on the show, and let's say you did win, okay,
Mhm.
for argument's sake, right? Obviously, winning and losing, we could discuss that as well in terms of like how rigged that is, because I don't really know. I mean, maybe you've got more knowledge about that than I do.
I wouldn't know about that, no.
Yeah, because I mean, from what we see on the outside, all we see is basically like people vote
Yeah.
for the best contestant, and then they carry on, right? obviously we're not the production team, neither are you, so we don't know how fixed that is or whatever. But let's say you went on to win it and you became, you got the prize money. I'm sure that would open more doors to other things.
Yeah, it would have done,
Yeah.
100%, because I would have invested that money, so it probably would have set me up for a long time. But it's what it is.
Yeah.
So do you think it would have been like some sort of like an influencer or like opening or like makeup brand or something like that?
Yeah, I probably would have stayed with. Sorry,
It's okay.
I probably would have stayed doing makeup and probably opened up a beauty shop.
Yeah.
So,
So before like all this, were you on social media? Like what were you actually doing on social media? Like what was your content?
My content was mainly makeup, so I did a lot of makeup, but I was a home tour makeup artist originally.
Okay.
And then when this is going back years ago, when Facebook first started the lives, I just used to sit on live and
Just
do my
doing makeup, yeah.
But
Okay.
I was ugly as fuck.
No, I
when
don't
I was
think you
younger.
were.
No, I was. And I was fat, so I was different. So this is probably why I got a lot of the views. And then people were then asking me questions, and I was interacting with a lot of my followers, and you don't really get that. Or,
Yeah.
this is from my personal experience. So then I'd interact with them, and they'd ask me questions, and I'd kind of give the knowledge what I knew, and I did that for a long time. So I built it up. I was really consistent with like how I was doing it, and I was really interactive with my followers and stuff, like so interactive.
Okay.
And I just pretty much built up from there onwards.
Oh, okay. So how long did you do makeup for? Like, was it?
Oh God, since I come out of my mum's womb, pretty much.
So did you have-
messing around with makeup all my life?
So did you have like clients and stuff like?
Yeah, so I started working. I started getting social media famous. I started taking appointments.
Yeah.
And bookings and stuff. So I was doing a lot of makeup then, and then sometimes I'd say to people, "Do you want to come round and I'll do your makeup live?"
Yeah.
And then we could do a question and answer type of thing on live. So I used to do that as well. So yeah, I was really active on social media.
So did you have a big following on Facebook as well?
Yeah, massive following. One of my videos hit 58 million
Wow.
in views wise. Yeah.
On YouTube?
No, on Facebook.
On Facebook, right?
Yeah, on
okay.
Facebook. I didn't. Everybody used to say do YouTube, but
So I think back to what you said. I think people found they liked you more because you weren't like this, like a glamorous kind of a.
Oh, I was completely normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, like you're saying that you're a bit overweight, and like you're saying that you're ugly. I mean, I don't know. I think that's like more of a subjective kind of a thing, right? People found you ugly or beautiful, whatever. But I think more women could kind of relate to you.
Yeah, 100%.
Right, and I think that's what I think people liked, and I think that's why you grew your following.
Yeah.
And then obviously you got all the cosmetic surgery done, according to the papers.
According to the papers,
Right.
yeah.
And then obviously that changed you as a
I
person.
literally have had my teeth done and that's it.
Did you
I'm
in
not
Turkey?
No, Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Liverpool.
no, but the thing is, I believe everything I read in the news. So you've had everything. You've had Botox. You've had chin implants.
Yeah.
The chin implants.
Chin implant- have I got chin implants as well, have I?
You've had apparently you've had everything done. Kardashian,
I've
man.
got Botox, look.
Yeah.
You can see all my wrinkles.
Kardashian, man. But the makeup program that you came on.
Yeah.
So was that before the diva thing?
Yeah, that was
Sure.
before the divas. That was...
So tell us the truth about that one then.
So a lot of the TV companies, they just want to contact people with a fairly decent social media following, because then it gets them a lot of views, it gets them a lot of more money, because then I'll promote me being on TV thinking this is a great thing.
Yeah.
My followers will then go and watch it, and it's... I don't know how they make their money, but I know it's all about the views and stuff.
Yeah.
So they will contact people who have a good following, and they'll just basically kind of...
Well, listen, to say that you had how many? 50? How many?
58 million views.
Yeah, if you had 50 on one video, I think that's.
yeah.
I think that's.
My following count wasn't that big. I think I had probably about 80,000 followers.
First of all, that's very impressive, and secondly, if anybody gets wind of the fact that you had 58 million views,
Yeah.
okay, that's like almost all of England, right? on
And the USA.
Yeah, exactly. on one video.
A lot of my followers were in the US as well.
Right. Okay. So obviously, I think any channel is going to pick that up, and we're going to piggyback off the back of this,
Backwards, yeah.
right? Which is what TLC obviously did.
Yeah.
So, but what was the premise of that show then? So, what was that show all about?
It was two sisters who were makeup artists called
Okay.
Pixie Woo. They do Real Techniques. They do all the brushes and all the beauty blenders and stuff. I was basically told to go on there, and they were going to give me a make under. So it was Well, I was told it was the classier version of Snog, Marry,
Avoid.
Avoid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that show. It's funny.
Yeah, so that's what they do, but obviously they don't really go in on you. So I went to Birmingham. They put me in a hotel. They put me in the Marriott Hotel, actually. It's a nice, really nice
All
hotel.
right. Okay.
Obviously coming from nothing, I'm like, I'm bougie, you know, like, top floor penthouse, you know, the
Yeah.
Marriott. And then the next day they said, we want you to go and buy some clothes. It's got to be as outrageous as possible. Right, so I went to the market in...
Or so basically make it look like that you like
yeah.
have no sense of fashion whatsoever.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I just take my makeup on. I went to the market in Birmingham and I just bought some ugly ass clothes.
Yeah.
I think I bought a top and made it into a dress.
All right.
Some bright pink heels, I think it was. I just absolutely caked my makeup on
Yeah.
because what they want you to take your makeup off on screen
Mm.
and then they're going to put your makeup back on, but they're going to make you look very natural.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't. It made you look like you could throw an egg on my face, but you know, I'm sure their followers will say, "Oh, your makeup look nice."
So basically, like they're gonna take all the makeup off and then they're gonna redo all of your makeup and they're gonna put some nice clothes on you and
Yeah,
everything.
all it is promotion for them.
Yeah,
That's all
and
it
just
is.
take all the credit, like all.
Yeah.
So, and at any point over here, did they mention who you actually are?
What do you mean?
Like, as in how many followers you've got and all this and stuff.
No.
It just seemed like they chose this random person.
Yeah. So what?
Yeah,
but I don't
you
get it.
literally
So
are.
why did they choose you? Why did they choose
Because of
somebody?
my following.
Right. Okay.
They choose you because of your following, so you're essentially going to get them a lot more followers.
Yeah, but that doesn't make sense though, Jenny, because like the people that are following you already know that you're actually not like that.
Yeah, most people did. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't understand how that kind of all kind of ties together. But why would you not choose somebody who genuinely
It's just
is like
reality
that?
TV. Reality
TV.
TV.
Oh,
is
yeah.
This one
it's
did-
not real.
It's not real.
It's
Just-
literally it's not
It's
real.
for the
no.
views, isn't it? So like, it's just for the views.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know if people make money out of it. I'm presuming, obviously, with me having say 80,000 followers, as soon as I turn around to my followers and say, look, I'm on TLC. These two sisters are doing my makeup. They're going to go straight over to their YouTube channel. They're going to follow them. Then they can essentially buy their makeup brushes,
Yeah.
their beauty blenders and stuff like that off them. So there's always, you know, even though they're only gaining my followers or the people who are following me, they still do makeup as well. So, you know, and they've probably got more to gain because I don't sell products.
Yeah.
I just literally did my makeup online and I got a little bit popular from doing that, you know, where
Yeah.
these women have a full-blown enterprise where they're selling makeup brushes, beauty blenders, makeup. So,
Are they still going strong, these two?
yeah, really good brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, so you know, after doing that show, did it get you any traction? Was
yeah,
it worth going on there? Like?
Channel 5 contacted me after to do
All right.
Divas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, after that, obviously, but I was doing my own promotion essentially because I was the one sharing it that I was on TV and you know,
Yeah.
I was on TLC and stuff. So I was.
Can we watch these shows? Are they available anywhere to watch?
I think if you Google it, you might be able to. I know there is. I'm on YouTube with the.
Which show is this?
That's the TLC one.
Oh, the TLC one is it
Yeah.
on there? Right.
Yeah.
What about the other one, the Diva
I
one?
don't know if Little Divas is still about. I think there's clips everywhere.
You know what? Let's just talk about the Little Diva one a little bit, right? Because that show also seemed like it was all fake.
100%.
Like, what was that show all about? So, because just by the name of it, it's like it was like
Little Divas, tiaras,
yeah,
tears and tantrums or something.
it seemed like you're like this kind of a ditzy kind of a
Yeah.
girl, like
Yeah.
this kind of a bimbo, and who just wants everything done for her kind of thing.
Yeah. Apparently, what was it? My husband gives me money and stuff,
Yeah.
and he gave me an allowance. But it's the mad thing is the stuff that I said on there was 100% correct, but the way that they edit it, like so we had a production team. It was 3 guys, and they come over for a week. So they'd film for a week solid, and we'd go out and they'd sort the days out where we were doing filming at certain areas. And I remember this once, the guy turned around to me and we were just having a laugh. It was literally tongue-in-cheek. And he said something like, what would you do if your husband didn't buy you a car? And I literally just said it in tongue-in-cheek. And but nobody's seen the conversation prior to that. Nobody's seen the fact that I bought my husband a motorbiker. What did I get him? Ninja, Kawasaki Ninja.
Oh yeah, lovely green one.
Yeah. I bought him that. So
And by the way, that, for everybody listening, right, that is not a cheap bike.
it was
Yeah.
at the time. I think I paid $7,500.
Yeah, for a bike, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were having a conversation off the back of that, and he said, "What would you do if your husband said no to buying you something?" And I went, "Well, I put him on a sex ban."
Yeah.
So this is where Channel
Ah.
5 then took that,
Ah.
and then they sold that to
Okay.
the press, and then the press said, "Oh, she puts her husband on a sex ban."
Right.
But they also added that it was if he didn't get me $100,000 Range Rover, but I didn't even have a license at the time.
Yeah. So to put it all in context, basically, it's like you kind of misrepresenting what you're saying, sort of thing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
kind of just picking and choosing.
Yeah.
But
He
then,
did 200 hours worth of filming, but it was only a 15-minute segment that I got in that show.
Yeah.
We went to John Lewis in Newcastle, but that was the only place that had allowed cameras to go in.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, right, okay, can you just go and do some shopping?
Yeah.
So I thought, right, okay. So then I bank transferred money to my husband into his bank account. So then I was shopping off his card, and it looked like he was paying for it.
Yeah.
But we openly allowed the TV, the production crew and stuff to show that, which was stupid on my behalf, because looking back now, I shouldn't have done the show.
No, shall I be honest though? I wouldn't be so harsh, because at the time I'd say, look, obviously you're slightly naive to the whole thing, right?
They take advantage. I think they
yeah,
take advantage. They
yeah.
exploit people like
The thing
that.
is, they know that you want to be, popular or successful in this
Yeah.
field, so they kind of prey on that.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Right, they're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, so this person, they obviously, they want us to promote their brand.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to squeeze every ounce
Yeah.
of dignity out of this person.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I'd go as far as saying that you actually didn't do that bad, but I know people and I've seen people that will completely sell their soul to the devil.
Yeah, there was still a degree. Like when I was in Big Brother, I remember they turned around to me. First of all, they asked me about Donald Trump. What do you think about Trump? I was like,
Should have said, yeah, it's wicked.
I just went, I don't have an opinion on him. I was like, I'm in the UK.
Yeah.
Shall I be honest,
No
right?
problem.
This is going to split the audience, right? I don't mind the guy. I should not mind the guy. As a leader, I don't mind the guy.
I don't really
Well, it doesn't
pay
really.
attention to politics and stuff.
Well, listen, okay, I know you don't pay attention to politics, right? But he didn't. Like America, known for having wars and stuff.
Yeah.
He didn't create another war.
Didn't cause
with
anyone.
anyone. He didn't invade any other nation.
I
In fact, if anything,
I literally don't
in
watch
fact, if
TV.
anything, he got everyone to come back.
Yeah.
He got all of his troops back. I mean, don't get me wrong. Some of the stuff he said is completely outlandish, right? Crazy. Like he said,
Yeah.
women, I'll punch him in the pussy, right? This guy's the president, right? And this guy just came out with some next level shit.
Yeah.
But
He's probably doing that for clout.
yeah, but the thing is, look, the guy is a businessman and is a multi-billionaire,
Yeah.
right? And
He knows how to work.
yeah, of course, you know what I mean. And at the end of the day, he didn't create any more wars. Okay, he didn't invade any other countries. He didn't kill no people. Well, he killed one like Iranian general, but he maybe deserved it, right? But he didn't kill any innocent people.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, my opinion about the guy, my personal opinion is,
Yeah.
I don't think he.
Well, I didn't have an opinion, but I remember they said to me in the interview, "What do you think about LGBT?"
Oh, okay, that's
This is
that's a controversial one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
my best friend, she was a lesbian, so I used to hang around with a lot of the gays and lesbians.
Yeah.
And when they asked me that, I'm thinking, right, okay, my following is
Pretty
I've got a
much,
lot
yeah.
of gays.
You
I've
know
got a
that
lot of
question can
lesbians.
make or break you, man. The answer to
Yeah,
that
it can.
question.
Yeah, it can do. Yeah. So I remember when they asked me that, I remember thinking to myself, "Wow, this is not a question that you should be asking me," because I knew they wanted me to be controversial, but I'm also going to be true to myself when it comes to that question. My best mate was a full-blown lesbian. Yeah. You know, I'm not gonna be controversial with questions like that. Obviously, that's what they want you to be like.
Yeah.
But I said to him, listen, my best mate's gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I said, I've got most of my following are all followers are gay.
Yeah.
You know, I said, I've got absolutely nothing.
Nothing
you know.
against him. Yeah.
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 So yeah.
What are the questions they ask you apart from that?
The Donald Trump one, the LGBT community, they. What else did they have?
Did it seem like they wanted you to slip up somewhere?
Yeah. You've always got to be 10 steps ahead.
Yeah.
You've always
So
got
like
to be
they
10
wanted you
steps
to
ahead.
give some kind, to try to take you in a direction where you can kind of slip up and give them an answer.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
because I'd already done the Channel 5 thing prior to that, I'd
Yeah.
seen where I'd slipped up. You know, like when we were having the conversation where I said I bought my husband his motorbike, and then that little segment of saying, well, I put him on a sex ban, they took that and they just blew it up completely, and then that made headlines. That made like the biggest news going. So I was very cautious with what I said. Plus, the woman who did my management, she said they're going to ask you a lot of controversial questions. and you've got to be as controversial as possible. But I didn't want to be, because I just thought to myself, do you know what, I'm not going to, nobody helped me build up that I had over 6-7 years.
Yeah.
It was me. I built that up from scratch, just being consistent, being who I was. So I'm not going to do it just for that little bit of, you know, fame. I figured that if they wanted me on Channel 5, which is on Big Brother, which is obviously what they did because they approached me, I never approached them, they're going to take me with whatever I said. So that's, you know, when it comes to certain things like that, I'm not going to move or I'm not going to budge from, like, I built that following up from being a nice person. I built that following up from being different, you know.
Being real, basically,
Yeah, pretty much. Or just being me, just being normal.
Just be normal,
you know, so in that sense, I wasn't going to, for a little bit of fame, I wasn't going to blow that at all. Yeah.
So, like, did you get approached by anyone else apart from Big Brother, like any other TV shows?
Did I get approached?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got approached by a lot of other TV companies, but I wouldn't entertain none of them after that. After the Big Brother thing, I just thought, you know what, this was a bit too much. Even though I didn't, it's like what I said, even though I didn't go on it, just being in the press and saying that I was the first Big Brother housemate, that was probably more than me going on Little Divas, because that got published in the press and it said that I put my husband on a sex ban, but that didn't really blow up. But Big Brother thing was big. It did blow up. The amount of people, oh my God, you're on Big Brother, you're going on Big Brother.
God.
People were coming up saying, oh my God, I'm going to watch you on Big Brother. And I'm thinking, wow, with like...
Because the Big Brother is a lot bigger than...
Was
so,
really, really
so
big.
Also, the whole thing left like a sour taste in your mouth, didn't it? So,
big sour taste,
Yeah, it's like, so there might have been a possibility where you did go on to do other things, but you just didn't want to do anything else apart from that.
I felt like a lot of it was out of my control, and these media companies and the management, they don't want you to be you. They want you to be that controversial person that is gonna, I don't know, you know, do stupid things or say stupid things just for those views and stuff. They don't care about your mental health or your well-being. They just want you, you're their puppet, pretty much.
So the thing is, I watch, right? I did used to watch it, Love Island. I find it very entertaining. And that show seems so fake. It just seems so fake. Do you know much about Love Island?
No, but if it's the same as how it was with Big Brother and how it was on TV, a lot of it is fake, a lot of it is staged. I'll give you a fine example. When I was doing Little Divas, people see this 15-minute clip of, you know, where I'm walking into a shop. I had to walk into that shop about 9 times.
Really? Wow, okay.
Yeah, they had to take the clip about 9 times, 10 times. That means you're walking in the shop and then going back out, walking back in again, because, you know, they just needed that good clip. And it's the same with Love Island, you know, I just gave that as a quick example. It's not just a camera on them and they're, you know, doing all this and that, and it's staged. It literally is staged.
It's very clever editing, isn't it? It's
massively, massively.
Because the end product, they want it to look in a certain way, and they want the audience to feel... You know what I find funny, right? It's like, you know, at times where you're watching a show, and like, let's say they want you to like cry, and then they play like a specific type of a music. So it'll be like an emotional type of a music. Right, and then that's obviously then gonna get the audience going. Or like if they want somebody to be happy, they're putting a certain music or they use a certain camera angle, and then that's gonna dictate how they want the audience to gauge that specific moment. And it's all movie making.
It's like what we do,
You know, like do you watch Come Dine With Me?
Yeah.
You know, on Come Dine With Me when they're knocking on the door. And then you've got a clip of them opening the door. That's not 2 camera crews. That's the same camera crew.
You know what else I find funny as well, Jayne, right? Like, you know, like Come Down With Me, you mentioned that. So, like, there'll be a part where somebody's... Or like, even, like, you know, British Bake Off or whatever, okay? And when they're talking and they're saying, you know, when they give, like, a backstory of a certain person, or, you know, I work in a chicken factory or whatever, right? And then they show them and, you know, they got... And they get the chickens and, you know, they put the chickens away. So I'm thinking, you know, at the back... This is what I think, right? So I bet at that point they would have said to that guy, right, David, what we want you to do over here is we want you to get that chicken and put it over there.
That's exactly what they do.
So that guy's going to be like, right, so he's getting the chickens and he's putting them over there.
Do that about 10 times.
That's exactly what they do, The amount of times that I had to walk in and out of John Lewis in one day was just unreal. The amount of times that I'd have to get out of the car, it's just little things like that. You know, so it's not just what you see on TV. There's a lot of things that go into it at the same time.
How big was the whole production team on the Miss Diva show?
3 guys.
Oh, just 3 guys?
Yeah, just 3 guys. Well, that was the camera crew. So they were in a hotel locally to where I lived, and then they'd come over every morning, and then they'd already have it written down what we needed to do that day. So I was meant to go to an accountant or something, and apparently he was meant to have a word with Ross about Ross's money or something. So the accountant was in on it, so we had to make it out as though we had like 100 grand or 150 grand or something. And he was like, well, you need to lower your rates doing this. And then I was told to kick up a fuss about it and be like, oh no, I need to get my hair done and all this. Yeah, so it's like stuff like that. That accountant was in on it. That was in Leeds where we went filming. And at that time, I was up in Newcastle, up north.
So the whole show was shot in Newcastle?
No, the show was shot in Newcastle, or what they did with us, we did Bradford, Leeds and Newcastle. Bradford was the place where we went for the car.
No, but it was supposed to all be in the same place?
No, it was all over. I think there was 4 different people. I'd stayed in contact with the people. You normally find people who do reality TV, we all kind of just add each other on Facebook, or you know, you stay in contact with them type of thing.
Yeah.
One guy was from Wales, I think it was. I can't remember the other ones, but yeah, I was up north, but then we filmed in Leeds. We got an accountant in Leeds, and then the car place was Bradford. Yeah, but they were totally in on it, the car place. Even the accountant was.
Yeah.
Even the, was he an actual accountant?
I don't know.
You don't,
I couldn't tell you.
Shall I be honest? I feel, right, that I'm actually a very good actor. And you know, if somebody said to me, play part of an accountant, easy. We
just literally walked.
I could come out with a couple of buzzwords, you know, taxation, right, inflation, right, you know, inland revenue, boom,
Tax
I'm an
rebate.
accountant.
Yeah.
Right? That's solid what to do.
I mean, whatever we were saying wasn't true anyway. So
yeah,
the guy's going through this expenditure, and so I'm thinking to myself,
we just load of crap the whole.
Yeah, and then they were like, obviously he's going through it, and it's not just, you're not sat there and they're not recording you for an hour.
Yeah.
They're recording you for 5 minutes, and then they're saying, right, well, you need to mention that. They'll stop recording, they'll start recording again. They'll say, oh, well, you need to mention that. So everything is in clips and stuff. It's not just one, you know, camera crew and
So
stuff.
that show, did you actually get paid for that show then?
Nope.
You didn't get paid for that either?
No, so most reality TV, don't quote me on this, this is only what I'm under the impression. Actors like in EastEnders, Emmerdale and stuff, they've got a thing called a RADA card.
A what?
RADA card.
RADA card?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't heard of this one.
It's a... Does one of you want to Google it? Do you want to Google what RADA card is?
RADA?
Yeah. So basically what it is it's, you have to pay for it. This is what I'm under the impression of, don't quote me on this. You have to pay for it, and then that way you can get into acting, because it's something like Royal Academy of Dance.
Right, okay. So you have to be an actual performer, qualified performer kind of thing?
Yeah. But you buy the card, or you buy like the membership or something, I don't know, don't quote me on this. And then you can get paid for acting if you have a RADA card.
So you have to be part of the kind of association type thing?
Yeah. So you can go on places like...
I think I have heard of it, you know, actually.
I've never heard of this.
I think I have heard of it, yeah.
Has anything come up here on RADA card?
It's something to do with like these actors and stuff.
Yeah.
RADA membership, join RADA.
RADA membership.
Behind the scenes. So it's basically just like these people that are on like TV shows and stuff, they get a RADA card, and
That means that they can get paid.
Right, so that means that they can actually get paid, right?
Yeah,
Like one of these
so-
backup dancers or like extras or anybody that's on a TV show.
So in order for you to actually get paid decent money, you need to be part of this association or
Yeah.
whatever. So you obviously didn't have that.
No. So reality TV people, they don't get paid.
Right, okay.
Even the people from other reality TV
Yeah.
series which are long standing, they wouldn't have got paid. They would have just made their money from promotion. So and then you will get a management company approach you, and then they will make you a lot more better choices, because obviously if you don't know, you're not going to know what to do. Where obviously the management company, they do know what to do, so they can make maximum money or profit or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, most reality TV actors don't get paid at all.
Did you ever meet any like famous people?
Yeah, I bet loads.
Like who would you say is like the most? I mean, I know if you don't want to drop names, you know, I understand. But like, who's like would you say is the most famous person you've met probably? Like an actual famous actor or like a singer or something like that.
The most famous person that I knew was...
If it was a Michael Jackson, I'm gonna flip out. But
no, I'm Michael Jackson.
Yeah. But anyway, so it was.
Just trying to think.
And also, I want to know what they're like in real life.
The one from I'm a Celebrity.
Okay, yeah, no, obviously you said that she's a lovely person. And
I actually knew her. She lived in the town that I lived in.
All right, okay.
Yeah, so she's...
Oh, yeah, because she's from there, yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's...
but I actually
see,
knew
we're giving it away even more. She's actually a Geordie.
she's not a Geordie.
She is?
No, she's not.
Durham.
Yeah.
Or Durham.
Bishop Auckland.
Yeah, also the Durham, so apologies, yeah, sorry. You know, it is, I'm very...
They're just known as Northerners.
yeah, Northerners, yeah, you know, it is... No, I know, yeah.
Geordie's got a different accent.
Yeah,
to
they have, yeah.
Northerners,
I hate Durham, man.
I hate Durham as well. I hate Durham.
You know when you get
Fucking
passport,
shit.
right? What a dead town. Sorry, guys, if I'm Durham, but it's such a dead
Fucking
place,
dead
man.
town. No offense.
Yeah,
Nando's are dead as well.
Yeah,
There's a nice place in Durham now. It's on the waterfront. It's an all-you-can-eat Chinese called In Shanghai. Wow, you guys need to go there.
We went to flipping Nando's, we were probably dead.
The chicken was still alive.
Yeah, I swear.
Yeah. I didn't like it up north.
No,
like
no,
Yeah.
dead.
I like it. I like city life type of thing.
Yes,
like,
yeah.
multicultural and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think the further up north you go, the more whiter it gets. Type of thing.
Yeah. But anyway, apart from that lady, who else do you think you like? Who did you get on with, or anybody that you know that's famous, who's from show business and everything?
God, I'm just trying to think.
There's got to be a few people, man.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there's a few people. I'm just trying to think because what you normally find is people will hang around with people while they're on TV. But the second that you're out of the limelight, you don't really need to hang around with each other. You don't really have a great deal in common.
Yeah.
So at the time when I was kind of in that circle, there was a lot of people that I knew. But it was more kind of for pitch purpose. You know, you could go out on a night out, take some photos, and then
Just post social media.
yeah, social media again. Everything's fake, and
Yeah.
it's not real type of thing. So yeah, God, I'm just trying to think.
Any trying to think of actor wise, like actors that are on soaps and stuff like that.
Yeah,
What
I
about?
don't want to mention.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. What about actors in movies? I'm sure you probably didn't cross any paths with these guys because they're in a completely different.
Not for that reason.
No, but they're in a completely not for that reason.
Not for that reason.
All right, okay, we won't go into that. but they're in a completely different kind of a world altogether.
Yeah, completely different.
Yeah.
Hollywood, yeah.
Yeah, Hollywood or even like the English actors. I would have thought that they. I'm not trying to say that they're snobs, right? But I don't think they would want to associate themselves with anybody who's like doing reality shows and.
It's not necessarily about doing reality TV shows and stuff. I think it's more about trust.
What do you mean by that?
I do think it's more about trust. It's hard to know who to trust when you're in the TV industry because people will sell stories on you.
No, but hang on. So what do you mean by trust? Because the thing is, like, let's just say, for example, let's say if I'm now in English movies, right, and I'm quite established or whatever, and
you're not going to. So basically.
But the thing is, why am I not going to hang out with somebody like you? Obviously, I'm not going to do something stupid, right?
Because you might not trust me. Obviously, people are letting you go into their personal life in that sense.
Okay.
You could sell a story where if you hang around with other actors, this is just from my point of view, they're not going to sell a story on you because you've just got as much leverage on them as what they have on you.
Mm-hmm.
Where obviously people like reality TV actors, they're not going to hang around with people from Hollywood because the chances of us trying to sell a story to make us money where these people are already established, big.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably what goes on in their head. Like for me, I don't want to say it's happened to me, but you do realise when you are in the public eye and when you're an influencer and stuff, people just want to hang around with you for those views and the second that something doesn't go their way, they'll start opening their mouth on social media and they'll start saying the bad things about you. And obviously people want to hear the bad things about you. You know, you're not always perfect on social media and stuff. It happened to me.
Happened to you in what sense?
The person who was going to come on Big Brother with me opened her mouth, and obviously this was a very, close person to me.
Yeah.
And she just pretty much opened her mouth all over social media.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
So is that partly the reason why you didn't actually go ahead with the show then, in that sense?
No, this was after. I didn't go ahead with the show because of those personal reasons, but then obviously she was angry. So when we didn't go in, she just opened her mouth.
Yeah.
And it's like...
So she was like, you messed up my chances as well, kind of thing.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
But
right.
when like...
Fuck shit up.
Yeah, big time, yeah. You know, when there's like a lot of personal things in your life, but people do that, somebody... I remember on social media somebody turned around and went, "Oh, she slept with 900 guys."
Who you did?
Well, apparently, yeah.
That's impressive, man.
Apparently.
Well, so hang on a second. So not only have you had all this cosmetic surgery,
I know, yeah.
and
9
also your other half, basically, you deprive him of sex,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
right?
Oh, and
And-
he gives me a monthly allowance.
Yeah. And on top of that, you've slept with 900 guys.
Apparently, yeah. But this was
Smashed
off
it,
somebody that I
smashed it.
knew.
We should have
It
started with
makes
that.
it makes it worse.
Yeah.
It makes it worse
Yeah.
that it was somebody that I knew,
Yeah.
and they were talking so. Obviously, I've not slept with 900. Oh, even as
No, obviously, I'm just.
You know, but it's like when they bring up personal things like that, you don't want stuff
Yeah,
like
you
that
don't
being
want
seen
that,
because
yeah.
people, when you've got a big social media following, people love that.
Yeah. Oh,
Now
yeah.
I understand. Now I understand what you're on about the trusting.
Yeah, 1,000,000%.
Yeah, and so this is a person that you actually knew yourself, and they did this to you. Can
Right.
you imagine somebody who you just hang about with for one night, and you tell them something, and then they can go tell the
Oh, they
story?
could sell that story.
Yeah,
If you're in the
yeah.
public eye, people will pay.
Like, can you example like you had an evening, like not a date, like just like a dinner, a casual dinner with like I don't know, let's say Daniel Craig, okay, or the guy who played James Bond, and he tells you something intimate about him.
Yeah.
Tomorrow you go sell that story.
You,
You
can
go
sell
to
that story and you can make a lot of money from
yeah,
it.
yeah. And especially if you've got some kind of a validation for it as well.
Yeah.
You can say, listen, I've got it on camera.
Yeah, even if you've got proof that
Yeah.
you're even out with him, you know, a sly little like selfie or something, you know, ooh, slip
yeah.
type of thing. If
Yeah.
you've got proof that you're out with him, you could just make up anything because you was out with him.
You know, this kind of makes sense because you know, I think it still happens now. You know, these basketball players in America,
Yeah.
right? So you know, every time these guys they have sex,
They get people to sign NDAs.
whether they're single or whatever, right? You know, the condom, they take it with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that then.
So-
How do you know?
Yeah, it's all well. I haven't chilled. I wish I chilled out with like.
I thought that they got people to sign NDAs.
No, there's an NDA thing as well, but that's
Yeah.
only with like
The press, that's where it comes
yeah.
out of the
But
story.
also an escort was established, right?
Yeah.
But like with like just like a run of the mill girl,
Yeah.
right? Like a one night stand.
Yeah.
They'll finish obviously, right? And then they'll take it with them because it's not only because look what the girl can do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
This
Yeah.
the
It is, there's a lot of, when it comes to
Baby
like,
mama.
Yeah. when there's a lot of like, it's mad because when you are social media famous or even on in the TV, like
Yeah.
the spotlight, that you just see the worst side of things.
yeah.
You know, you get that tiny little bit of fame, which wasn't even fame for me, to be fair. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It was just like 5 minutes of fame. The amount of people that crawled out of the woodwork
Really?
and stuff, yeah, badly.
Well, they were wanting things from you,
No, they were just ready to sell stories.
really, about
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, no, but like Kobe Bryant, obviously, you know, God rest his soul, has passed away now. Like, for example, before he died, he signed a contract with Nike. So Nike were going to pay him to wear Nike for 1 year, $90 million.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? So that's just from a sponsor.
Yeah.
Then he had like Pepsi paying him. Then he had the obviously NBA they were paying him. This guy in 1 year he was going to clear like 200 million. Now that guy needs to be very careful where his sperm lands,
Yeah, 1,000,000%.
right?
100%.
You know, like any girl can pick that up and she'll just stick it inside. And next
Yeah.
thing you know, a baby comes out, right? Guess what? DNA matches. That is actually your son.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Alimony. Is that what's called? Alimony. Is that what's called? The money, like in America, you know, when you pay towards.
Child maintenance. I thought.
Well, yeah, no, child maintenance and
Well, yeah,
whatever.
It's the same as Drake then.
What's the story with Drake?
Oh, yeah, apparently.
He wasn't. I don't think he was with that woman, was he?
Well, there's a lot of stories. There's he just, look. Drake is probably not far of being a billionaire,
I
right?
think he is.
He probably is a billionaire,
Yeah.
right? So once again, you know, when he has a one night stand, listen. That one night stand can cost him
Yeah.
very
Oh,
dearly,
money,
Yeah, massively.
right? So once again, that trust thing comes into it.
Yeah, it is all about the trust and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it is a hard thing to
Yeah.
kind of do. You know, when you're chucked in the limelight type of thing, it is hard because everything's happening so fast, and you don't really actually pay attention to what goes on. But it's the aftermath. Like I remember specifically more so the negative side of things
Yeah.
than the positive side of things.
See, that's a shame, is that?
It is what it is. You know, I just look at it as like it's a learning curve.
But it's the truth, isn't it? That's the thing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, just before we end it, like in the future, have you got any plans? You know, of maybe going back down the social media route or anything?
No.
So what are your plans, if you don't mind? You know, I was asking, like, you know.
put my husband on a sex ban for another year.
All right. Okay.
No, I'm really joking. I'm really joking. No, it's just.
It's all right. You've done it before, so.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
so I'm still waiting for that 100 grand Range Rover. Not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
lie.
yeah.
My plans. I'm just. Do you know what? I'm just happy where I am.
Just want a quiet life, just.
Yeah. I'm living a good life. I'm happy, and you know what? Like, out of all of it, is social media was hard work.
Yeah.
In general. It takes up a lot of your time. You know, you've just got people. It's for me, it wasn't good. Mentally, for me, it wasn't good. Even though at the time, and I dealt with it for a lot of years, it wasn't good. Now I like the quiet life. You know, I like going to work in the daytime, or you know, coming home and doing the same routine type of thing. I haven't got people in my ear or on my phone buzzing me off saying, "Oh, you know, we need you to do this, we need you to do that." I've not got people bad mouthing me. I'm not on no social media, so I don't have to see where people are bad mouthing me because. You know, I've literally got my TikTok. My TikTok's kind of hit off, and I got 4.8 million views on one of my videos.
Do you mind if we put that in the description, or should we? They can try to find you.
Just let them try to find me.
Let's try. Okay.
Yeah.
It makes it more interesting. A bit of a
Try to find it. Let us know.
A bit of a game of hide and seek.
Drop me a message.
Yeah.
But
What I wanted to ask was like, how did it affect you, like, you know, mentally? Like, what did you have to go through?
Mentally, with the whole TV show. And
Yeah,
social
everything.
media,
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah.
Not good
So
at all.
how did you like overcome everything, like
Tablets.
fluoxetine,
Sertraline,
sertraline,
amitriptyline.
amitriptyline, yeah.
Yeah, I was on a lot. I was on propanol. The doctors put me on everything. I
Flipping heck.
tried fluoxetine. I tried citalopram. Wasn't good. Wasn't good. You know, I had mental health already.
would it have like an adverse effect on you instead, like zombified kind of thing?
The coffee emotions.
Yeah, you get emotionless.
Yeah.
You do. So it makes you normal, and you can feel like you can cope a lot more.
Do you mean normal according to social standards? So you can basically like go
You-
out and engage with people.
Yeah, because where I became agoraphobic as well over time. You know, I preferred staying in the house and stuff, and then obviously over the years and stuff, it just gets, you know, before you know it, you're staying in the house a lot, and you're not really going out until my husband gets home. My mental health did take a big impact. I don't want to say predominantly from TV and stuff. I just think all of the years of listening to trolls and stuff, and you know, it was just little things. You know, little things still stick with me now. I always remember this. It's like what I said. You know, with social media and stuff, if you give that little drop of like one insecurity, thousands of people will use that against you. So I remember this once. I said about how big my forehead was or something. Wow, so many people went to town on me with my
Well,
forehead.
you said it about yourself.
Yeah, I said it about myself, so I'm quite self-critical about myself, but I just figure if I take the piss, then I'm beating everyone to it anyway. So I said about my forehead, and I said about my teeth. My teeth were smashed up when I was younger in a car crash, and so many people went to town on me on my teeth. They weren't bad, they weren't Jeremy Kyle, they were just from anxiety. I used to grind when I was asleep, grind my teeth, so they weren't the best. So you get like a lot of adverse effects like that mentally. So I went and had my teeth done. So, you know, it's like things like that, and I think to myself, that's not good, because would I have had my teeth done if I didn't have so many people telling me about my teeth? That was one of my main insecurities. You know, would I have lost so much weight? They want people calling me a whale, especially certain other famous people saying, what did he say? I wouldn't even ride her into battle, let alone at night time or something. Yeah. No, but it was funny, but obviously reading that, and then you've got 11,000 comments, which are just literally...
This guy's a comedian, yeah?
Yeah, he is, yeah. He's
You've got to tell me who he is, man. I've got to follow this guy.
Robin Armstrong?
Robin Armstrong?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a Geordie.
Yeah, I've seen a bit of his...
He's funny.
Yeah, of course, he's funny, yeah. But you know something? I wouldn't actually take that to heart. You know why? You know, comedians, I don't think anybody should ever take anything to heart what a professional comedian says.
Don't go in on somebody's weight, though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I think that's...
People don't see the struggles behind, you know. I wasn't just fat because I liked eating food. You know, there's obviously other reasons why, you know, some people
Yeah,
are,
there could be many.
yeah.
many-
So you don't go into somebody with their personal side of things about how they look, because everybody's dealing with certain things. But for women, especially, wow, it's a lot more harder.
Plus, it's not only that; it's like God knows what you're going through mentally.
Well, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Right. So
And
you
this
know.
is why I try to explain to a lot of people. I'd say to them, listen, just be a little bit more nicer. You don't know what people are going through. You know, like. But people don't see that. People just see views and think, you know, they're funny and they're getting views, or they're taking the piss, they're getting views and stuff. So yeah, it's things like that. Like, yeah, so it did mentally affect me. I've lost a lot of weight. You guys have seen the pictures of me when I was
Yeah,
fat.
yeah, wow. You know, honestly, amazing what you've been able to achieve.
Yeah,
It is
I've lost,
absolutely
I think I've
amazing.
lost like 6 stone in total.
Amazing.
I've had my teeth done since the show. That's it. I've not had no surgery anywhere
So
else.
hang on, you've lost 6 stone.
Yeah, 6
Okay.
I weigh 10. I weigh 10.
Almost like
What, you
over
weigh
half.
10
I
stone?
weigh 10 stone. Yeah.
You don't weigh 10
I'm
stone.
like 62 kg.
I'm 63.
Yeah, yeah. So you weigh about the same as me.
Yeah, I'm the same as you.
Yeah, but
You're 10 stone.
I am. Yeah.
Are you
honest.
really?
You can pick me with one arm, like that, just launch me.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like you know,
My
Very strong though, it's
my
very strong
heaviest
though.
I was
I'm-
15.7.
what?
Yeah, that was my heaviest.
That's not.
It's
That's not that heavy.
That's not even that heavy.
What, 15 stone
No,
7?
no, no. Listen.
That's massive.
I weigh
What?
14.5.
Yeah. No.
I
but-
weigh
no,
15
but how? No, but how tall are you?
Yeah, but I was going to say I'm only 5
You-
foot.
yeah, you're
So
five.
for you guys, it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, I'm
but-
5'5". I'm a short guy. He's
Yeah.
6 foot, right? So for me to weigh 62 kg, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that. I want to be
Yeah.
lean and slim and agile.
Yeah.
And I'm 37. I'm old, right? So
Same.
oh, there you go. 85.
Yeah, 85.
Yeah, 85. What month?
November.
November.
No. What is yours? Don't
If you say 29th, I'll slap you. 29th of November. I was born.
Me too.
No, shut up, idiot.
Honestly.
Chat shit. Anyway, she's chatting bullshit.
No, he said that. No, honestly.
No.
29th of November 1985.
Yeah, that's my date of birth.
Yeah, it's my date of birth.
What the hell?
Are you taking a piss? I'm sure he's just looked at my ID. Is he being...
No,
I'll show you my ID after this.
No, I'm only lying. I've just had you on.
I thought so.
20th of November.
20th of November.
Yeah, so I'm 9 days older than you.
Right, you look old as well. I was
No,
joking.
you said that.
Well, literally 9 days, man, flipping out. But listen, we'll end it on that one, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, listen, it's amazing having you on because I think it's time that we need to kind of pull the curtain over, what's going on.
100%, yeah.
Because everybody, the thing is, you don't understand, there's very gullible people out there.
I was one of them.
Yeah, and they think that, whatever we see on the TV with these reality shows, this is it.
Yeah.
And this is the truth, and it's not the truth.
It's not the truth, no. Reality TV show is not the truth.
That's
Everything is staged, everything is made up. There is maybe the smallest element of truth in it. Maybe 2%. But that's it. Maybe if like 2 reality TV actors actually get together, that's probably the truth. But, Towie, or The Only Way is Essex, that even says at the beginning, some of the scenes are made up for your own entertainment.
I love that show, by the way.
I love that show.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's really good. But honestly, lovely to have you on. I'm hoping that we can have you on again sometime.
Yeah,
I know
definitely.
there's a lot of things that we haven't actually discussed, and whenever you're comfortable, there's a lot more things that we want to kind of go into.
Yeah.
Things that are going to be very controversial.
Yeah.
But it's going to be the truth.
Yeah.
We don't like to have people that lie on the podcast. Everything needs to be the truth, and we want to kind of
I
just.
was going to say, listen, I could pull up emails from 2016 from Big Brother. Like everything. I always make sure if I'm going to say something, I got facts. I've got-
Everything like documented, like
Yeah,
properly.
million percent. I'm just like that as a person. Like, so I've got a lot of stories to tell. So sometimes people think, "Oh, here we go, tell me your story, Jack and Ori," but I got proof.
No, fantastic. Thank you,
Yeah.
honestly, so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, really appreciate it.
Thank
And
you,
you know what,
Daniel.
thank you for, obviously, because as soon as the bouncer said, he goes, we've got Jayne coming on. I did a bit of research and I thought she's the person to have on because, she's somebody who's got the insight on
Yeah, I've seen it firsthand and how much even like management and stuff, they could just manipulate the media. You can manipulate people, as in like the people who watch the TV when they actually think that it's real.
yeah.
So yeah.
Have you got before we go, a quick message for anybody who's aspiring to be, or maybe they've managed to get a chance to go on TV or whatever? Do you have like a little message for like somebody who's young, who's naive, who doesn't really know much about this kind of about this lifestyle?
Just be safe. Just be safe and
Yeah.
do your homework. Make sure that you're not getting taken advantage of, because chances are you probably are. So if you get a management company, make sure that they are certainly to a
Your
degree.
interest, basically.
Yeah, they've got more of your interest in you and not just them and how much they can make out of you, because a lot of people do get used. And just look after your mental health. Mental health is the main thing. Yeah, it is. Yeah, if your mental health's not there, you're not going to make up no money, and you're going to end up deleting your Facebook or your TikTok or whatever. You know, because mental health ultimately it does make you do that. You know.
Fantastic. No, thank you so much for that. Really appreciate that, and we'll end it on that one. So yeah, I think we call it there, guys.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon. We'll see you next time.
This is Bobsy Bounce signing
Signing
out.